What if I told you that most people wouldn't last 48 hours if SHTF tomorrow? Yeah, it sounds extreme, but here's the brutal truth. When chaos hits, panic doesn't care how much toilet paper or canned beans you've stockpiled. Today, I'm showing you the 20 things you must do immediately after SHTF, before it's too late. Some of them might even shock you. Hey everyone, welcome back, or welcome for the first time. If you're new here, I've been deep diving into real-life SHTF scenarios over the past few weeks, watching survivalist videos, reading expert reports, and even talking to people who lived through blackouts, hurricanes, and yes, full-on grocery store riots during panic buying. And what I found a little terrifying, but also totally avoidable if you just know what to do. Today, I'm breaking down the 20 critical actions you should take the very minute the world goes sideways, from securing your home to protecting your pantry, avoiding panic, and even what not to post on social media. I'll be sharing some lesser-known tips, like why you should never cook rice on day one, how your neighbor could save your life, and why unplugging your fridge right away might actually save your food. Trust me, this isn't just theory. These are real strategies used by people who've lived through real emergencies. So drop a comment below right now. Tell me, have you noticed any recent shortages, price hikes, or empty shelves that made you think twice about heading to the store? Drop it in the comments. I want to hear your story. All right, let's get into it. Number 1, secure your home. This is not the time to leave anything to chance. As soon as you realize SHTF, the first thing you need to do is lock every door and close every window. This isn't paranoia, it's protection. You're not just keeping people out, you're creating a safe zone for your family. Think of your home like a fortress. If you've got spare boards or plywood, now's the time to use them. Board up windows quickly. It doesn't have to look perfect, it just needs to hold. A few nails and a hammer can make all the difference between safety and danger. Don't forget sliding doors or weak spots like basement windows. Those are often overlooked, but are easy entry points. Use furniture if you have to. Push a couch or dresser in front of a glass door. Every second counts. If you live in an apartment, things are a bit different. You still want to lock everything, but focus more on securing your immediate unit. Stay away from balconies or shared hallways unless absolutely necessary. The goal here is to create layers of security. The more barriers someone has to get through, the safer you are. And remember, this isn't about expecting the worst. It's about making sure you're ready if it happens. You might feel silly nailing wood over your windows today, but tomorrow, you'll be glad you did. Panic spreads fast after SHTF. People who never thought they'd break the law suddenly do. Don't let your home become their target. Number 2, stay calm. Easier said than done, sure, but panic makes bad decisions. Take a breath, grab a notebook, and start writing down what you need to do next. Panic is like fire. It spreads fast and burns everything in its path. The moment SHTF, your brain might go into overdrive. That's normal. But the faster you can slow things down, the better off you'll be. Take a deep breath, seriously, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Do it again. Now grab a notebook or any piece of paper you can find. Start listing what you know, what you need, and what you should do first. This isn't about being dramatic, it's about staying in control. Writing things down helps clear the noise in your head. It gives you clarity when you need it most. Are the kids safe? Is everyone accounted for? Did you lock the doors? Write it all down. Prioritize. Focus on one step at a time. Trying to handle everything at once only leads to mistakes. Talk calmly with anyone else in the house. Keep voices low. No need to fuel fear with shouting. Reassure each other you're in this together. If you've got kids, now's not the time to explain every worst case scenario. Give them just enough info to stay alert, but not so much that they spiral. Kids pick up on stress fast, so keep your energy steady. And if you're alone, talk to yourself. Literally, it keeps your mind sharp and focused. Ask questions, make plans, stay mentally active. Staying calm doesn't mean you're not scared. It means you're choosing not to let fear make the decisions. And that right there, that's the difference between surviving and falling apart. So breathe, write, focus, then move on to the next step, because there's more to do. Number 3, turn off gas and electricity. Gas leaks can kill. Electrical surges can fry everything. Flip those switches. Safety first. If your home is still connected to the grid, now is the time to cut it loose. You don't know how stable the power is, and a sudden surge could damage anything plugged in, including critical devices like phones or radios. Head to your circuit breaker and shut off the main switch. It might feel drastic, but trust me, better safe than sorry. Once the power goes out for good, you'll be glad you saved what little juice you have on your phone or backup battery. If you're on natural gas, turn that off too. A broken gas line is one of the deadliest risks during emergencies. Even a small spark can cause a big problem. Locate your gas valve and twist it to the off position. If you're not sure where it is, add that to your list of things to learn before the next crisis hits. This isn't about causing more chaos, it's about preventing it. The last thing you need is a fire or explosion when you're already trying to stay safe. Once everything's off, double check. Make sure no appliances are accidentally left running. Every bit of energy you save now can be useful later. And if you have solar panels or a backup generator, now's the time to start using them. Carefully. Set them up only after confirming it's safe to do so. The goal here is control. You want to decide what stays on and what doesn't. Not the storm, not the blackout, and definitely not bad luck. So flip the switches, close the valves, and move on to the next step because there's still more to do. Number 4, lock it all down. Double check doors, windows, garage, anything that connects your house to the outside world. Remember, it's not about keeping people out forever. It's about buying time. You locked the doors, you boarded up the windows, but now it's time to go one step further. Lock everything down, go room by room, check every entrance. That includes sliding glass doors, basement hatches, attic access, and especially the garage. A weak garage door can be a major vulnerability, so reinforce it if you can. If you have deadbolts, use them. If you have security bars or window locks, now's the time to put them in place. Even simple things like placing a chair under a doorknob can slow someone down, and that's the point. This isn't about turning your home into Fort Knox. It's about making it harder than the house next door because in uncertain times, most people are looking for the path of least resistance. Take a walk around the perimeter if it's safe. Make sure nothing is left open or overlooked. And if you live in an apartment or condo, check shared walls and hallways too. The goal here is delay, not defense. You don't need to hold off an army. You just need enough time to react, regroup, and stay safe until things settle. Once everything is secured, give it one more check. Don't assume something is locked. Verify it's locked. And once that's done, move on to the next step. Because staying safe means staying proactive. Number 5, assess threats. Is there fire, flooding, looting? Knowing what danger is real versus imagined helps you prioritize. Now that you're locked in and powered down, it's time to get real about what kind of danger you're actually facing. Is there smoke coming from a nearby building? Did a tree fall on your roof? Are people already running through the streets, grabbing whatever they can? These are the things you need to figure out fast. Not every SHTF situation is the same. A blackout is different from a hurricane, which is different from civil unrest. Each comes with its own set of risks. If you've got a battery-powered radio or a working phone, turn it on low volume and listen for updates. Local emergency broadcasts will give you the clearest picture of what's going on outside. But don't rely only on official sources. Use your eyes and ears too. Look out a small crack in the window. Listen closely. Are there sirens, screams, gunshots? That kind of noise tells you more than any news alert ever could. Separate real threats from rumors. Just because someone says something doesn't make it true. Stay calm, stay quiet, and gather facts before you act. Once you know what you're dealing with, you can adjust your plan. Maybe you need to move to a safer part of the house. Maybe you need to prepare for a longer lockdown, or maybe things aren't as bad as they seem, and you can relax a little. Either way, knowing the truth gives you power. And right now, that's exactly what you need. So take stock, stay sharp, and get ready. Because next up, we're talking about how to stay connected when the grid goes down. Number 6, grab a battery-powered radio. No Wi-Fi, no problem. A good old school radio can give you updates when everything else is dead. When the grid goes down, your phone won't stay useful for long. That's why your next move should be to grab a battery-powered radio. Yes, one of those old school boxes with dials and antennas. It might feel like something out of your grandparents' house, but trust me, it could save your life. These radios work without Wi-Fi or cell service. All they need are batteries or a hand crank to keep running. Tune into local emergency broadcasts. These channels share real-time updates on what's happening, where it's safe to go, and what dangers to watch out for. FEMA, NOAA, and local police often use these frequencies to communicate during disasters. Don't waste time flipping through stations. Stick to the ones that give official updates. Avoid music or entertainment channels. They'll either go dark fast or spread panic with wild rumors. Keep the volume low. You still want to hear what's going on outside your walls. And if you've got kids, explain that this isn't for fun. It's how you stay informed without drawing attention. Number 7, use your phone wisely. Keep it charged as long as possible. Text instead of calling. Download maps offline. Oh, and turn on airplane mode when you're not using it. It saves battery. Your phone is one of your most powerful tools, but only if it still works and still has power. First rule, don't start making calls right away. Talking eats up battery fast. And during SHTF, networks are overloaded anyway. Chances are you won't get through. Instead, send a quick text. It uses way less power and often goes through even when calls won't. If you've got a backup charger or portable battery pack, save it for emergencies. Don't plug in just yet. Every bit of charge matters. Also, download maps now while you still have access. Google Maps lets you save areas for offline use. That way you can still navigate without data or Wi-Fi. Turn on airplane mode whenever you're not actively using the phone. This simple trick keeps your battery from draining as your phone hunts for signal in a dead zone. And here's a pro tip. Keep your phone warm. Cold weather kills batteries faster than you'd think. If it's chilly, store your phone close to your body, like in an inside pocket, to help it hold its charge longer. Number 8, locate your loved ones. Have a meeting point planned ahead of time. If someone's missing, send one person to look. Don't risk the whole group. Once you're safe inside, the next big question is everyone where they're supposed to be? If your family or roommates are already with you, great. Do a quick head count and make sure everyone's calm. But if someone's missing, that's when things get stressful. This is why having a plan matters. Before SHTF hits, every household should agree on 2 meeting spots. One nearby, like a front yard or driveway, and one further out, a local park, gas station, or relative's house. That way, if you get separated, everyone knows where to go. If someone isn't home and you're locked down, don't rush out just yet. Use your phone first. Text them if you can. If they reply, get details on where they are and what their situation looks like. Only if it's safe should you consider sending one person to find them, not the whole group. You don't want to leave your home unprotected, and you definitely don't want everyone wandering into danger. Number 9, limit exposure to news. Some outlets thrive on drama. Stick to official channels like FEMA or local emergency broadcasts. It's natural to want updates, but here's the thing, not all news is helpful. In fact, some of it can make things feel a lot worse than they are. Once SHTF, you'll start seeing headlines that scream disaster. Panic-inducing posts will flood your phone and radio. But remember, fear gets clicks. Ratings go up when people are scared. That's why it's best to limit how much news you consume. Constant updates can overload your brain and push you into panic mode. Instead of watching every alert or reading every post, pick one trusted source and stick with it. Tune your battery-powered radio to official emergency channels. FEMA, NOAA, weather radio, and local police or fire department frequencies often give the most accurate life-saving information without the hype. If you still have internet access, check government websites or local authority pages, not random blogs or social media rumors. Verified accounts from city officials or emergency management will give real-time updates without the drama. And if you're using your phone, avoid scrolling endlessly through chaotic feeds. Set a timer, 5 minutes every few hours, and only look for critical updates. Don't let fear-based content run your mindset. Staying informed is smart. Letting the news control your emotions? Not so much. Number 10, create a communication plan. Who calls who? How do you reunite? Write it down. Practice it. It's not scary prep. It's responsible adulting. Imagine this. Your power's out, phones are dead, and you can't just text or call someone to check in. That's why having a solid communication plan isn't optional, it's essential. Start with the basics. Every member of your household should know how to reach each other if you get separated. Do you have a group chat, a backup contact person outside the area, a family group on apps like WhatsApp or Telegram? Now think beyond your home. Do your neighbors have kids? Elderly relatives? If you're close with them, agree on a simple check-in system, maybe even a signal like a specific color towel in the window or a mark on the door to say, "We're okay." Write all of this down. Include phone numbers, meeting points, and even radio frequencies if you use them. Keep copies in your emergency bag, glove box, and on your phone, saved offline, of course. And don't forget about children. Teach them how to send a text, memorize one important number and where the family meeting spot is, both nearby and farther out. If you live alone, pick a trusted friend or relative to check in with regularly. Once things settle down, Don't overshare online, but make sure someone knows your status. This isn't about expecting the worst. It's about making sure everyone stays connected when normal ways fail. Number 11, take inventory. Open every cabinet, check every fridge, know what you've got: food, water, medicine, fuel. Now that your home is locked down and your team has a plan, it's time to take stock of what you've actually got to work with. Start with the obvious: food and water. Open every cabinet, check every shelf, peek behind the cereal boxes. You might be surprised what you find: that forgotten bag of rice, the can of beans from 2 years ago, or even a box of pasta hiding in the back. Next, hit the fridge and freezer. How much fresh food do you have? Eggs, milk, meat? These won't last long without power, so make a mental note of what needs to go first, and what you can preserve if possible. Don't forget non-food essentials. Medicine, first aid kit, pet supplies, baby items. These are just as important as your next meal, maybe more. Also check for fuel sources. Do you have propane tanks, gasoline stored for the generator, extra lighter fluid, or candles? All of these could be crucial depending on how long things stay down. Number 12, start rationing. Don't eat your entire stash in day one. Stretch it out. Even a can of beans becomes gourmet when it's all you've got. So you found everything you got stashed around the house? Great. But now comes the hard part: not eating it all at once. It's human nature to want comfort when things go sideways. And food? It's one of the quickest ways to feel normal again. But trust me, stuffing your face on day one means nothing left for day 5. Start by dividing your supplies into daily portions. Don't just guess. Actually plan how much you'll use each day. If you've got 5 cans of soup and no way to get more, make them last as long as you can. And don't forget about water. Yes, water. You need at least a gallon per person per day for drinking and cooking. If you're low, start cutting back now. Sip, don't chug. Use it smart. Stretch meals when you can. Got rice and only 1 can of tuna? Make it a big pot with extra water and veggies if you have them. Meals don't have to be fancy. They just have to keep you going. Also, think about snacks: crackers, trail mix, even protein bars. Those are perfect for keeping energy up without wasting big meals. Number 13, boil questionable water. If you're unsure about tap water, boil it or use purification tablets. Dehydration kills faster than hunger. You might be tempted to just grab a glass of water straight from the tap, especially if things seem calm. But after SHTF, your water supply could be anything but safe. Power outages can disrupt treatment plants, broken pipes can let in bacteria, and once that happens, even clear water can make you seriously sick. So when in doubt, boil it. That's right, bring it to a rolling boil for at least 1 minute, 3 if you're at high altitude. That kills most of the bad stuff: viruses, bacteria, parasites, and makes it safe to drink. Don't have a way to boil? Purification tablets are a solid backup. They're small, cheap, and last for years. Just follow the instructions and wait the full time before drinking. If you've got bleach, unscented, non-additive, you can also use that in a pinch. 2 drops per quart of water, then wait 30 minutes. It won't taste great, but it'll keep you alive. And don't forget to save clean containers for storage. Old juice bottles, empty even cleaned out pasta sauce jars, all useful for holding treated water later. Number 14. Cook fresh stuff first. Got eggs, milk, fresh veggies? Eat those before canned goods. Rotate your stock regularly so you've got power for now, or maybe you've got a gas stove or camping burner that still works. Either way, this is your golden chance to use up what's fresh before it all goes bad. Got eggs in the fridge? Milk, cheese, fresh meat, vegetables? Now's the time to cook them. Once the cold chain breaks, these items won't last more than a day or two, especially in warm weather. Don't save the good stuff for later. Later might not come if you let food spoil while you wait. Instead, flip the mindset. Think of fresh food as use now, and canned or dry goods as use later. This also means planning meals smartly. Make 1 big pot of soup or stir fry instead of several small meals. Stretch ingredients with rice or pasta if you have them. But remember, we're saving the long-term carbs for when we really need them. And here's a tip for the future. Practice rotating your pantry. Use older items first and replace them with new ones. That way, nothing sits forever, and you'll always know what you've got on hand. Number 15, protect your pantry. Store dry goods in sealed containers. Bugs love cereal too. Trust me, you don't want roommates you didn't invite. So you've used up the fresh stuff. Now it's time to make sure what's left stays safe, clean, and edible for as long as possible. That means protecting your pantry like it's precious gold, because in a crisis, it basically is. Start by moving all your dry goods, rice, beans, oats, pasta, cereal, flour into airtight containers. Plastic bags and boxes tear easily, and bugs or rodents will find them fast. If you don't have proper bins yet, start collecting them now. Old yogurt containers, cleaned out peanut butter jars, even empty Pringle cans, all useful in a pinch. If you already store food in Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers, high five, you're ahead of the game. But if not, no worries. Just keep things cool, dark, and dry. Moisture is your enemy. It invites mold, bugs, and spoilage. Number 16, check on neighbors, especially elderly or vulnerable folks. A strong community survives together. Plus, helping others builds trust. So far, you've secured your home, protected your food, and made a plan for staying safe and informed. But here's something a lot of people forget. You don't have to survive alone. Now is the time to check on your neighbors, especially the elderly, disabled, or anyone who lives alone. A quick knock on the door from a safe distance, or a call if you still have service, can make a huge difference. Think of it this way. If something happened to you and you needed help, wouldn't you want someone to look out for you? Helping others isn't just about being kind, it's smart survival. When people work together, they share resources, watch each other's backs, and pool knowledge. Maybe your neighbor has a generator, or a garden, or medical supplies you might need later. And trust goes both ways. If you're the one who shows up first with water or tools or extra food, that builds goodwill fast. In tough times, relationships are currency. Of course, use common sense. Don't walk into a dangerous situation, and don't give away everything you've got. But if you can spare a little, a bottle of water, a flashlight, even just information, it could mean the world to someone else. Number 17, avoid crowds. Malls, gas stations, banks. Yeah, those places get sketchy fast. Stay low, stay safe. It's human nature to head where everyone else is going, but when SHTF, that instinct could get you hurt, or worse. Think about it. When things go sideways, people rush to the same spots. Grocery stores, gas stations, ATMs, even police stations. And while that might seem logical at first, these places become pressure cookers of panic, shortages, and sometimes violence. Fast. Malls turn into battlegrounds for supplies. Gas stations run dry in hours. Banks get looted before you can say, evacuation order. These are not places for calm, rational decision-making. They're chaos zones. So unless you have a very good reason to be out there and a solid plan to get in and out fast, your best bet is to stay home. If you do need to leave for something critical, like grabbing medicine or meeting a neighbor, keep it short. Wear plain clothes. Don't carry anything flashy or obvious, and always have an exit route in mind. Also, avoid large groups of strangers. You don't know their situation, their mindset, or what they might do if tensions rise. Even peaceful crowds can turn dangerous in seconds. Your home is your safest place. Staying low-key keeps you off the radar, and avoiding unnecessary risks gives you more control over your survival. Now that you're staying smart and staying put, let's talk about something most people forget. What not to share online. Yep, your social media could be putting you in danger. Let's dive in. Number 18, don't broadcast supplies. Posting about your stash online, not cool. Talking loudly about your bunker, also not smart. Keep your cards close. So you've got food, water, a plan, maybe even a backup generator or a stocked pantry that would make a prepper jealous. But here's the thing. The fewer people who know about it, the better off you are. It might seem harmless to post on social media about how ready you are, or text your cousin about your secret basement bunker, or even joke with a neighbor about how you could last a month without leaving your house. But in uncertain times, information is power, and sharing too much can make you a target. Think about it. Strangers don't just come knocking for fun. They come when they're desperate, and if they know you've got what they need, things can go south fast. Even casual conversations at the store or online forums can spread like wildfire. One comment about having extra fuel, food, or medicine could reach the wrong ears. So keep your supplies and plans private. Be friendly, be helpful, but don't give away details that could put you at risk. Number 19, plan for pets. They need food, water, and comfort too. Don't forget their meds or leashes, and yes, they count as family. You've got your supplies sorted, your pantry's locked down, you've even checked on the neighbors. But what about your furry friends? Dogs, cats, birds, rabbits, whatever kind of pet you have, they're part of the family. And when SHTF, they need just as much attention as you do. Start with the basics, food and water. Do you have enough kibble or canned food to last a few weeks? What about clean water? If the tap isn't safe, make sure they're drinking from the same supply you're using. Also, don't forget medications. If your pet needs daily pills or special care, keep that stocked and easy to grab. A lost pill bottle could mean big trouble. Keep leashes, carriers, and crates within reach. If you ever need to evacuate quickly, you won't want to waste time searching for them. Same goes for vet records. Have a printed copy handy in case you need emergency care later. And here's something most people overlook: comfort. Pets get stressed during emergencies. Loud noises, sudden changes, and tension in the house all affect them. Keep them calm with extra cuddles, familiar toys, or even a quiet corner they can retreat to. Number 20, think long term. One day without power is annoying. A week, a month, start planning now. Gardens, solar lights, bartering skills, small steps matter. So you've made it through the first 48 hours. Your home is secure, your food is safe, your family, including the furry ones, are accounted for. But here's the thing: emergencies don't always end in a day or two. Sometimes they stretch into weeks, even months. That's why thinking beyond survival mode is just as important. It's not just about getting through today, it's about preparing for tomorrow. Start small. If you've got space, think about planting fast-growing veggies like lettuce, radishes, or herbs. Even a few pots on a balcony can help stretch your food supply over time. Solar lights or hand-crank chargers might seem like extras until you realize how much you rely on light at night or needing to charge a radio or phone. And don't forget about skills. Can you fix things, cook from scratch, trade or barter? In a world where money might not mean much, knowing how to offer something valuable, like repair work, medical help, or even just extra batteries, can make all the difference. Also, start rotating your supplies again once things settle down. Use what you've used up, replace what you can, and keep learning. Every experience teaches you something new. Survival isn't just about reacting, it's about adapting. And the more prepared you are for the long haul, the better off you'll be. All right, that's it. The 20 things you must do immediately after SHTF. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. Now, if you found this helpful, smash that like button, drop a comment below, tell me what's the first thing you would do if SHTF. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe because we drop content like this every week. Thanks for watching. Stay sharp, stay safe, and remember, sometimes the best dinner party is the one where you still have electricity. All right, friends, if this video helped you feel even a little more prepared, smash that like button below, drop a comment too. I want to hear from you. What's the first thing you'd do if SHTF? Be honest. Are you grabbing the pantry, locking the doors, or just hiding under the bed? And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss another survival tip, budget-friendly hack, or nostalgic throwback we drop every week. Thanks for watching. Stay sharp, stay safe, and remember, sometimes the best dinner party is the one where you still have electricity.